Hi, Chess Edwards here. I wanted to show you one of my favorite fish recipes. It's a recent favorite. This is something I came up with a couple of weeks ago. My mom taught me how to cook, basically, and one of the things she taught me, and this is Mother's Day, so an homage to Mom. One of the things that she taught me was just how to go through the kitchen with what you have and make up something really beautiful without necessarily following a recipe. Well, I've been making my own almond milk recently, and I'm just absolutely loving it. And I can do another video on how to make almond milk, but you can look that up pretty easily on the internet as well. But I've got a lot of almond milk around, so I ended up with this fish recipe. So here's what it is. It's an Alaskan cod. For this recipe, you want a nice flaky white fish. And here's how it goes. I've got coconut oil right here. Wonderful coconut oil. And coconut oil is an amazing thing to cook with. And what I'm doing is I'm taking that coconut oil and I'm just spreading it along the base, the bottom of this dish. And I'm kind of going to do a liberal amount. Now you'll know, one of the things you'll find about me is I don't do amounts as far as like measured out amounts. I don't know how much coconut oil, just enough to get a nice coating on the bottom of my baking dish. So I've got coconut oil down there. Now I'm going to take some wonderful sea salt, a good coarse sea salt. You don't want to use the table salt, the iodized salt. You want to use a good coarse sea salt, or you could also use a Himalayan pink salt. For this one I'm going to use a nice coarse sea salt, and I'm going to put a nice bit of salt on the bottom of this. Now I don't know if you can see that, but it's just got some nice kind of chunks down there at the bottom. Now I'm going to take my fish, and it's again the cod, and on one side of the cod I'm going to put lemon pepper. So lemon pepper on the bottom side of the cod. How much? Enough? In fact, a fair amount. You want to get a nice liberal dose there of lemon pepper. There's the lemon pepper right there on the cod. Okay, so a nice amount of lemon pepper. That cod is going to go then with the lemon pepper side down. And look at that cod. Look at this beautiful fish. Check that guy out. Just absolutely gorgeous fish. So that's going to go lemon pepper side down on top of the sea salt and the coconut oil. Now, very simple, I'm going to take my almond milk and I'm going to pour some almond milk right on top of that fish, and this cod immediately starts to soak it up. It immediately starts to love that almond milk and absorb it into the skin. It's kind of like a marinade. So I can't tip this too much because it's fairly full, but there's my cod bathing in the almond milk. And when you taste this, the almond milk that mixes with that coconut oil that I put on the bottom of the salt, absolutely stunning. Now this is lemon verbena. To be honest with you, I don't know if you can get lemon verbena in the store. I grow this in the garden, and it is just remarkably fragrant and flavorful. Now you can use this dried as well. Oftentimes I'll dry mine and use dried for this recipe, but in this case today I'm going to use the fresh. Get my kitchen scissors here, and I'm just going to cut some nice lemon verbena on top of this fish. While I'm cutting this, let me tell you, I had a friend over the other evening, a beautiful friend who I met in Bali, and we were having dinner, and I was making this, and she said, "Have you ever had lemon verbena tea?" And I hadn't. Well, she went out to my garden, picked some of this fresh lemon verbena, put it in my steeper, in my tea steeper, just a little bit of a screen, and then boiled the water and put boiling water or hot water on top of it. That was it. Nothing else. No honey, no other flavors, nothing else, just lemon verbena leaves and hot water. And it was the best tea I have had in a long time. So lemon verbena is a wonderful thing to grow in the garden. Otherwise, go ahead and get some at the store. But for fresh tea, you really want to use the fresh leaves. All right. So, last little bit here. Now if you want to make it look really pretty, you can also use dried and then put in the fresh lemon verbena leaves, just the whole leaves right on top. Now I'm going to make sure I get some of the leaves down into the almond milk so that when it's cooking, the leaves, just like when I made that tea, the leaves are getting in that nice almond milk, which is going to heat up. It's going to release the flavor of the lemon verbena, and we're going to get an amazing taste overall. All right, so here's what I got. Right there. That's the cod set on top of sea salt and coconut oil, and then with lemon pepper on the bottom of the cod, and then bathed in almond milk, fresh homemade almond milk, and then topped with lemon verbena. I'm going to pop that in the oven. I'm going to turn the oven on about 350, and I'm going to cook that for about 15 minutes. And with thick pieces of cod like that, that should do it. You don't want to overcook your fish. So set your timer for 12 to 15 minutes, check your fish, and then if it needs a little bit more, then a little bit more. But that is a lemon verbena almond milk cod, and trust me, people are going to love it. And you're going to love it because it's healthy, it's good for you, and it's simple. All right, enjoy. Bon appetit.